Okay, so your math lesson today was to multiply mixed number fractions by whole numbers. So once you looked at the representing, you should have then gone into your fluency. And the first fluency was all about looking at how to do this type of calculation using repeated addition. So let's see what that looks like. So the first question was, you have 2 wholes and 1/6. You've got to multiply this by 3. So because we need to have 3 lots of it, I need to calculate this 3 times over using repeated addition. So that means I'll have 2 wholes and 1/6, add another 2 wholes and 1/6, add another 2 wholes and 1/6. So I've done it 3 times over now. That would then equal, well, let's count my wholes, 2, 4, 6. So I've got 6 wholes. Let's count my numerator, 1, 2, 3. 3 numerators. And as we know with fractions, the denominator stays the same. So the denominator is still going to be over 6. Now what you may notice is 3 and 6 have a common factor of 3. So that could be simplified. So whilst this answer is correct, it could also be I have 6 wholes. 3 goes into 3 once. 3 goes into 6 twice. But it could also be I have 6 wholes and a half. So either one of those answers would have been correct. Let's try it again. So you've got 1 whole and 3/7 times by 2. So if I'm using this repeated addition, I need to have this 2 times over. So 1, 3 over 7, add another 1, 3 over 7. Again, add the wholes, I've got 2 wholes. Add the numerators, I've got 6. And the denominator stays the same, 7. These two numbers do not share a common factor, so that's at its simplest form. Check now and have a go at your third one, making sure that you've got that correct. Okay, let's look then, moving on to the fluency challenge in partitioning. So it's a different type of method from what we had before, so it will look slightly differently. So here I've got 2 wholes and 5/6 times by 3. So to partition, first multiply the wholes. So I've got 2 wholes times by 3 wholes, equaling 6 wholes. Then multiply the fraction by the whole. So I've got 5 over 6 times by 3. And remember, when we times it by a whole, we place it over 1. So 5 times 3 is 15. 6 times 1 is 6. Then I add these two things together. So 6 add 15 over 6 equals 6 wholes and 15 over 6. Now you may notice that this here is an improper fraction. So we then can convert. So 6 goes into 15 how many times? 6, 12. It went into twice. So that means I have 8 wholes. What was left over? 12, 13, 14, 15. 3 over 6. So that would be your final answer. But you may again notice that this can be simplified because it has a common factor of 3. So it could also be 8 and 1/2. Either one of those two answers are correct. So let's look at it one more time. So first again, 3 wholes and 4/7 times 2 times the whole numbers. 3 times 2 equals 6 times the fraction. 4/7 times 2 equals, remember to place it over 1, 4 times 2, 8, 7 times 1, 7. Again, that's improper, so we could actually simplify it here instead of where I did it here if it makes it easier for you, so I'll show you that. 7 goes into 8 once with a remainder of 1 over 7. Then I can add everything. 6 plus 1 and 1/7 equals 7 and 1/7. Now check your number 3.